Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomat YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny Burt, the Dividend Diplomat. We are going to give you an update on our 5 favorite stocks that we are always talking about here on our YouTube channel, in our blog. We're going to talk about them. We're going to share the metrics, and we just want to ask the question, are they all buys today when we're pulling back the layer and looking at the metrics?
Oh man, guys, before we dive into our 5 foundation stocks for your portfolio, man, it feels good to say that. Smash that subscribe button. Give your boys a nice thumbs up, guys. 5 of the best dividend stocks that you can have in your portfolio. We are updating it right now as of mid-October and seeing which of the 5 best dividend stocks for your portfolio are great stocks to buy right now. And we could tell you there might be 1, 2, or 3 that should be on your radar, maybe even 4. Really just depends here, guys, because why? Stock market is showing opportunity to build that passive income stream right now.
That's absolutely right. So it's going to be fun. We're going to run them through our screener. We're going to talk about the performance, the year-to-date, 1 year, 5-year performance for each. We're just going to see. We're going to have some fun talking about them here. So, Lanny, let's kick this one off. Who is number 1 on our foundation stock list that we are going to be talking about today?
Guys, just remember, to be on this list, you have to be at least a dividend aristocrat. So that means you have to have at least 25 years of dividend growth. So these are also stocks that everybody kind of knows. So that's why they make the list. It's a brand, it's a name, it's a face. And we're starting it off with the Ronald McDonald. McDonald's, guys, ticker symbol MC. 46 years of dividend growth for this beast. Had great earnings, grew their dividend. What was it, 9.9% or something ridiculous a couple weeks ago, Bert?
That's right. It was right in line with their 5-year average of 8.52%. We love McDonald's because of the real estate, because of the business. You see lines
Because of the cheeseburgers, because of the Big Mac.
Yeah, hey, it all works. People are always flocking to McDonald's. That's why they made the cut here for the foundation stocks. So let's see. Let's see how the metrics are looking. We're doing this with the prices as of October 19th here. Let's see how many fries are in the bag here for McDonald's. That's the $1 million question. You got
Man, Bert's been saving that one, I bet, in his back pocket.
I wrote that one down 3 years ago, and I've just been waiting to drop that one here on our YouTube channel. All right, the price is 258.38. Forward earnings are 11.57. PE ratio 22.33.
Wow, guys. Nice.
Yeah.
Solid. Just below the market, slightly.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Dividend, guys, paying 668 right now going forward per year. 57% payout ratio in that perfect 40 to 60%, guys. But Bert, take it away here with DGR.
Yeah, I mean, we already touched on it. 8.52% 5-year dividend growth rate. They're almost a dividend king. They've increased that dividend for 46 consecutive years. So they're an aristocrat, but they won't be for much longer.
That's right. A few more years from that king status, guys. They rock a dividend yield right now of 2.59%. They are down this year, 2.25%, up 3.45%, up 49% over the last 5 years.
That's foundation stock number 1, Mickey D's The Golden Arches. Lanny, number 2, hit them with it.
Number 2, guys, we're going over to Procter and Gamble, ticker symbol PG. This is a PG rated channel, guys. So let's get into this consumer branded company here, Bert. It's pretty phenomenal what they've also been able to do over the last 5 years. Can't wait to touch on that.
I know it has, and we know the massive brand portfolio for Procter & Gamble. We're going to put the chart up here. We don't need to read them off. The brands in the picture speaks for itself here. That's why we love Procter & Gamble. I know that's how I feel about it, Lanny. That smile just says we love this freaking company. They are a foundation. Yeah. Ching. Yeah, I got to edit in the little sparkle at the end of the smile. Get those effects in there. All right. Let's run them through the screener here. Price 148.25, EPS 640, PE ratio 23.16. Yeah.
Okay, a little bit higher than McDonald's, but not too wild, actually.
No, I was expecting it to be higher, to be honest with you.
Same.
I was expecting it to be 25 plus and higher than that. So this is great.
23 point or 3.76 dividend per year, or 59% on the payout ratio. So pretty similar to McDonald's, below the 60%, in the perfect sweet spot right now.
Yeah, it's great. Their dividend growth rate, their 5-year growth rate is 5.63%. They're a king. So you know they've increased it for over 50 plus years. They've increased that dividend for 67 plus consecutive years.
Wow. Similar to McDonald's, they have a 2.54% dividend yield, down also 2%. But this is the kicker, up 16% since last year. And guys, up 68.73% in 5 years.
Boom. Yeah, let's see if Foundation stock number 3 can knock them off the top performer of the last 5 years. Lanny, who is Foundation stock numero tres?
Bert, how are you letting me talk about this one? You take it.
I mean, you fine. All right, whatever. This one, Johnson and Johnson, ticker symbol JNJ. Lanny, did Johnson and Johnson spin off part of its business?
They took the face off. Yeah, they spun off to Kenvue some of their consumer brands. Obviously, we know those brands very well. You're Neutrogena, you're Aveeno. What is it? Is it Tylenol that's also part of that? I mean, there's
Yeah,
a bunch of brands, consumer brands. Band-Aid, I think, is part of that.
yeah.
Um,
So
you
full,
know, so
they're
they
gone.
did a they did a split off, guys. And Johnson and Johnson is a pure pharmaceutical, right now, research as well.
Yeah,
And they've had a very troubling year.
they have a lot of noise there, but there were the first earnings release post the Kenvue split was pretty solid from the number standpoint. So we hope we can do it. But Lanny, there was
Sure,
one
sure.
troubling thing that they did that really pissed me off more than anything. They changed the logo. I hate their
So,
logo.
now, if you guys like the logo, definitely leave us know. But if you dislike the new logo, give this video a thumbs up. Let's see if we can make some noise with that. But Bert, they're down this year 15% right now, trading at 152.32. Good old reliable, the GOAT in the dividend industry right now. What do these metrics look like right out the gate?
All right. So you said the price, the earnings per share is 10.08. That's a PE ratio of 15.11. So well below the first two, well below the market, and they're even below that 16 to 18 PE ratio range that we always famously talk about for Johnson & Johnson.
Paying a dividend of $4.76 per year right now, 47% dividend payout ratio. So 15 PE and a 47% payout ratio, definitely showing better metrics than the other two dividend aristocrats we just talked about. Now, Bert, what about growth? Do they grow that dividend?
No, I'm kidding. Of course they do. They've grown that dividend for 60 years. Their 5-year average growth rate is 5.92%. Old, reliable, consistent, always in that range. That's one of the guarantees in life for Johnson & Johnson.
But one of the only things guaranteed in this life is the J&J dividend increase, guys.
That's right.
Currently yielding 3.13%, solid over 3%. You got to dig it. But bro, what's the stock price been doing lately?
Yeah, down 14.5% year to date. 1 year down 7.75%. 5 years up 11.21%. So Johnson & Johnson was not able to unseat Procter & Gamble at the top of our 5-year performers. Let's talk number 4 here. Who is that fourth foundation stock here? Lanny.
Con Ed, Consolidated Edison, ticker symbol ED, your big utility player. Good old Thomas Edison. Give the props off, tip the cap for one of these old companies, old utility companies here, guys. Let's see what they've been up to here. Trade at 87.67. Forward earnings $4.89. That PE ratio is actually below 18 right now for this utility player, Bert. So not too bad.
Not too bad at all. That annual dividend's $3.24. That's a payout ratio of 68%. So for utility, not bad. Not bad at all for the utility sector.
Not bad. 5-year dividend growth average on the lower side because it's a lower growth industry, but 2.58%. And they're usually pretty clockwork and spot on with that growth rate. 48 plus years of growing dividends. So they are also knocking on the dividend king's door.
No, man. All right, let's get to the next part here. The
Classic,
dividend
baby.
yields 3.70% yielding for for Consolidated Edison. Never the highest yielding utility. We've known that for the longest time, but we love the other intangibles that come with Con Ed.
They are Edison, Con Ed. I call them Steady Eddie. But yeah, up 15% in 5 years, guys. Yeah, that's one for the books, guys. Let us know if you own Steady Eddie here
I,
on the.
I don't know what books you're keeping those on. Maybe we can keep those on the secret off balance sheet books here for kind of.
Uh, so that was Con Ed. Again, the highest yield so far, but the lowest dividend growth rate. So let's slide in to Dividend Foundation, best stock to have in your portfolio, number 5 right here, guys.
Crack one open and a nice cold Pepsi, ticker symbol PEP. Got the soft drinks, you got the Frito-Lay, you got the Doritos, the Tostitos, you got all the good stuff there.
You
That's
got Lanny, you got Bert, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's right. That's how you have a perfect diplomat channel right there. All right. And that's why we love Pepsi. So the question is, how is this translating to the value for the company? Their price is 160.56 forward earnings or 755. That PE ratio is 21.27.
All right, so they have the third lowest PE ratio on this list, obviously higher than J&J and Con Ed, lower than PG and McDonald's. Showing a little bit of value here because the stock price finally has come down a little bit, but we're not here to talk about that yet. We're here to go into the dividend, paying $5.06 right now per share per year. Unusually, it's a little bit higher than what I anticipated, but at 67% dividend payout ratio for Pepsi right now.
Yeah, they're taking some chips out of the bag and filling with a little more air just to say as much as they can to help work on that payout rate.
Taking a page out of Coke's book right now with that payout ratio.
That's right. So their 5-year dividend growth rate's 6.97%. They're a new dividend king. They've increased that dividend for 50 plus consecutive years. It's always great when you get a new dividend king. Always freaking great.
It's hard to get there. We got 2 other names on this list that will get there with McDonald's and Con Ed. That dividend yield, though, now swelled up to over 3%. They're actually at 3.15%. So the second highest dividend yielding stock within the top 5 foundation stocks right now, guys. Down 11% though this year, Bert.
Yeah, that's wild. And over the last 5 years, they have increased their price 45%. So unlike the other 3, they were not able to unseat Procter & Gamble as the top performer over the last 5 years.
So yeah, PG's had the highest performance. Con Ed, Steady Eddie yields the most at 3.7%. The lowest PE ratio is always J&J, good old reliable. They're always in that usually 16 to 18, but now at 15. The Pepsi showing some value, McDonald's showing. I mean, dang, which one do you like right now?
I mean, honestly, they're all have lower PE ratios than I was expecting. Like you don't go into an analysis, you don't go into investing in Procter and Gamble, McDonald's, and these companies thinking, hey, they're going to be screaming values with very low PE ratios. They might show some signs of undervaluation compared to the market, but you're never going to really catch too much of an opportunity to get them too low. So I was kind of surprised by the results when you put them all side by side that our 5 favorite stocks are trading at the value they are.
I'm personally watching J&J at 150. Pepsi, I think Pepsi's also in that 150 mark. I think both of those are there. Obviously not professional advice, do your own research, but I would say if you're a new dividend investor looking how to start investing into dividend stocks, take $1,000 and plop 200 on each of these 5 stocks.
I agree. Couldn't be happier. So we should call that. We should start tracking that, the Diplomat Index or something like that. Just like, hmm, hmm, hmm. All right, let's come back to that one. We'll put that one up here. We'll come back to it. We'll get it on top of Steady Eddie. I think that one's got to go. Of the 2 ideas from this list, we'll keep that one. All right. So let us know what you think of these 5 stocks. How many of them do you own? Would you consider some of these stocks your favorite stocks as well? Let us know in that comment section. Look down there.
Let us know which one is the best out of the 5 to buy right now. Let us know if you're just starting out dividend investing and you're liking what you've seen, and you also know the names that we're talking about here, showcasing the 5 foundation stocks for your portfolio. Guys, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Help us help you. Like this video. Let's juice this channel up because we're all trying to reach financial freedom together.
And remember, if you're not with us, you're against us. Jack.
That was Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats, over and out.